welcome back to this Spectra Creative channel where we mostly talk about toys, occasionally cute cat videos, but we also have a weekly segment, Doodling with Purpose, our look at ancient Egypt and learning a lot more about it, such as this cool fact. But we're also here to teach hieroglyphic, which is why we call it Doodling with Purpose, because if you're going to, spend time doodling on a piece of paper, well, you might as well be doing it with purpose. And at the end of the day, you'll know how to write ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, which is a cool little skill. Hey, it's whether you're showing off at a party or reading Stella in museum, it's a cool skill to have. All right, as usual, we're going to first review the 3 glyphs we learned last week, because each week we're doing 3 so that we spread it out. Okay, so first we had the water satchel, which 2 lines down, and then your little flourish. Similar to M, but a little different. And then we have shin and shiz, which is the upside down version of it. Pretty easy. All right, the first glyph we're going to do today, you need the word do in there to make a sentence, is the ostrich feather, which you see there. There's 3 feathers in a row there. And obviously, again, ostriches running around rampant in ancient Egypt, across the Nile and across the desert. Ostrich feathers were actually a symbol of royalty, and people would wear them in their hair and on their crowns and all sorts of fun things. And it's a glyph, and it makes the sound shwa, shwa, like S-H-W. S-H was 1 sound in ancient Egypt, versus English, we think of it as 2 sounds, so shwa. All right, line down, curve up and around. Straight line down, vertical line up, straight up, around, and connect. Again, straight down, vertical, up, around, and connect. Ostrich feather. All right, next up we are going to do a crucible. And no, not the play, the crucible. A crucible is the device that blacksmiths use to heat things in. This is a modern one, and then you can pour the molten metal, can't talk today, into a mold. So, kind of like this, whether they're, handheld or giant furnaces or giant containers, the round container that holds the whole hot molten metal is a crucible. That is actually what a crucible is, besides an Arthur Miller play that we all read in high school. All right, so the crucible is going to be ta, like ta, ta-da, not ta-da, but just ta, T-A, like Transamerica. All right, and it's a relatively easy glyph to draw. Straight line across, curve down, up and connect, kind of like a horn. Straight, down, and up. Again, straight, curve down, and connect. Ta! There you go. There's the crucible. All right. Next up, we are going to do a pestle. What the heck is a pestle? Well, it's 1/2 of a mortar and pestle. You may have gotten one, for your wedding or something. And not pesto. We're not talking about the ingredient in Italian meals. A pestle. So it's a 2-part device for cooking and mixing. There's the bowl, which is the mortar, and the pestle is that little hammer thing. The big long striking tool that you smash down into the mortar. So ancient Egypt used these for grinding grain and, baking, I don't know what else they did with it. The same things we do today. We smash vegetables, we smash, all sorts of things. And so this is what it looked like. So sometimes it's drawn with that little loop at the bottom, which represents the bowl, but it's usually just the pestle. And it makes T, like T-I-T. As in like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, a drink with jam and bread. I know, I couldn't resist that one. What can I say? My daughter's been watching a lot of Sound of Music lately. This is what happens when you have a 10-year-old. They really get into musicals at some point. All right, so drawing the pestle. Pretty simple. You're going to curve in, loop around, and up. Curve in, loop around, and up. Again, curve in, loop around, and up. And there's your pestle. All right, our quest to conquer Egyptian hieroglyphs continues. Next week, we're going to finish up the T's. We're going to be doing a sled and shocker, another bird, and another knot. I know there's a lot of rope and a lot of birds, and but they're all a little different. Oh, look, there's an ostrich feather in somebody's headdress. See, I wasn't lying. I'm actually telling the truth sometimes. So keep practicing. That's the key is, when you're just sitting there in a meeting or at home or on Zoom and, you just want to doodle, don't just doodle. Doodle with purpose because you can actually learn something while you're doodling, and that's what makes it so much fun. All right, any questions, comments, leave them below. I always appreciate a subscription and a like because it helps support this channel and it tells YouTube to send it out to more people because if people like it and people subscribe, then YouTube knows it's popular. So thank you for that. Hope you enjoyed this week's Doodling with Purpose, and we'll be back next week with even more. Thanks for watching.